essential to the lifeblood of any institution and any athletic department. When you consider tradition, that's really the one thing. It speaks excellence. It speaks things that are very important to the people who have come through and laid the groundwork for your programs in the past. And it's really the one element that really ties people together and ties just the element of success and excellence to those that are in the program now.
Commitment is exercising discipline in your endeavors, whether it's academically, athletically, in my position and role as assistant athletic director or whatever. And the discipline side of it is, in my mind, is doing what needs to be done, the way it needs to be done, every time.
Integrity in athletics should be a reflection of the value that we place on integrity within the entire institution. Integrity is really the bedrock. It's the foundation upon which everything else we do is built. The thing that I stress to our students especially is not only the reality of integrity, but the perception of integrity. Yeah, it's important to do the right thing. It's important to do the right thing for the right reason. But it's also important for other people to know that you're doing the right thing.
Academic excellence is every student athlete having success in the classroom so that they have an opportunity to get a marketable degree to advance in life as they leave the university.
You know, when you talk about a bridge, building between the community and Tarleton, I think that we have more than a bridge. I think we have a 4-lane highway right now because we have so much interaction between our community. They have a ownership in Tarleton State University. They feel like they are so welcomed here. They feel like they are a part of this university. And when you can build that special relationship between university and community, I think you have something that is a win-win situation. I think it's something that you can really build on.
I think respect is very important in your team, and within your team you have to respect each other as players and respect your coaching staff. And we talk about a lot that respect comes down to the golden rule: treat others the way you want to be treated, look each other in the eye when they're talking, body language, always have positive body language. So respect is essential in order to have a good team and a good program.
My name is Stan Wagner, Commissioner of the Lone Star Conference. Our mission at the Lone Star Conference is to foster student participation and success among member institutions in Division II athletics as a part of the total educational program on each campus. We're committed to developing student athletes and preparing them for life ahead, and we're doing that with particular emphasis on integrity and tradition, academic excellence, respect, community, and commitment. These 6 organizational values have made the Lone Star Conference what it is, and they will continue to shape our future success on the playing field, in the classroom, and the community. Our acts should be guided by these values. Our decisions should be based on these values, and our story should be told using these values as our guide. The Lone Star Conference is unlike any other. It's unique. We have a proud past and an even brighter future. It's time we embrace our heritage. It's time we celebrate our strengths, and it's time we emphasize the values that help to define who we are as a group.
The LSC would like to thank the following corporate partners: Firestone, we keep your car running newer, longer. 3 shops, 1 stop, maintenance, repairs, and tires. AccuConference, providing conference calling for the Lone Star Conference. Shutt Sports, official softball helmet of the Lone Star Conference. Alpha Graphics, providing printing solutions for the Lone Star Conference. My Sports Streams, providing fundraising solutions for Lone Star Conference member institutions. Bravo Health, community engagement partner of the Lone Star Conference. Adidas, official supplier of the Lone Star Conference. Jostens, official ring provider of the Lone Star Conference. Wilson, the official basketball of the LSC. In the Lone Star Conference, we're committed to respect, integrity, tradition, community, and academic excellence. Lone Star Conference, we're the one. Fans, don't forget to like the Lone Star Conference on Facebook. It's the best way to stay connected to all the latest information from around the league and join the conversation with other LSC fans. For an easy way to follow the latest happenings in the Lone Star Conference, be sure to follow the LSC on Twitter. Get scoring updates, event reminders, and breaking news when you follow the Lone Star Conference on Twitter.
After visiting Incarnate Word, I decided that the coaching staff, the professors, and the atmosphere were all a great fit for me.
It's not often you get the opportunity to go over and play soccer in a different country, especially the United States.
I transferred to UIW after my first year because I felt like UIW gave me a better opportunity after I graduated college.
I hope to see you at the games this year. Go Cardinals.
I chose Division II because athletes graduate at a higher rate.
I can stay closer to home and be an important part of the community.
I chose Division II because I can double major
and take part in campus activities.
I chose Division II because classrooms are smaller.
Students have more time with their instructors.
And I can compete for a national championship.
I chose Division II for all these reasons and more.
I chose
Division II.
Student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated.
Hello and welcome, Graham Doty here at Foster Field as we are just moments away from the third and final game today. It took a while as this game was originally supposed to start at 7 o'clock, but we are first pitch here around the 10:30 mark here tonight in San Angelo, Texas. But the third and final game here for day number 2 is Tarleton State as they take on Incarnate Word. Both of these teams are coming off big victories yesterday, but the second game today, we had a 2-hour rain delay in game number 2 today against Angelo State and West Texas A&M. There you see it on the right side of the screen. Game number 5, the Rams were victorious 12-4. In the first game today, Abilene Christian eliminated Texas A&M Kingsville 7-2. Yesterday, Incarnate Word knocked off West Texas A&M 4-1, and Tarleton was able to beat the Javelinas 4-2 yesterday as well. Should be an exciting matchup as we're ready for first pitch right around the corner here. There you see Tarleton State. They represent the home team tonight, the Texans, and Incarnate Word are the visitors. Take you through the starting lineups. First for the visiting Cardinals, Derek Walls, the right fielder, will lead things off. Hector Flores behind him, the third baseman. The second baseman, John Azul, is batting third. The cleanup spot tonight, the first baseman, Slade Brown. Batting fifth, the DH, Jordan Littlefield. Batting sixth, the center fielder, Jason Stone. The left fielder, Ryan Flowers, is batting seventh. Catching, batting eighth, is Greg Barbaro. Batting last, the shortstop, Travis Fuquay. On the mound tonight for the Texans is Matt Buckmaster. Buckmaster, a very good year this year. His 13th start tonight, 6 wins, only 1 loss. He has a 3.78 ERA. Buckmaster has thrown 64 and a third innings worth of work, giving up 79 hits, 34 runs, 27 of those runs are earned, 48 strikeouts on the season for Buckmaster, and 22 walks. Defensively tonight for Tarleton State, from left field to right, Chris Patton is in left, Andrew Wolf, the center fielder, Noah Ringenberger in right. From third to first, Landon Thompson, Evan Robinson, Ryan Small, and Garrett Hardy. And behind the plate catching, Jonathan Schmitz will be catching Matt Buckmaster tonight. There you see the Incarnate Word starting lineup tonight, 1 through 9. Starting lineup tonight for the Texans. Ryan Small, the second baseman, leads things off. Noah Ringenberger behind him. Batting third is Blake Silguerio. Batting fourth is Garrett Hardy. Batting fifth, the catcher, Jonathan Schmitz. Sixth spot is Landon Thompson. Batting seventh is Chris Patton. In the 8 hole is Andrew Wolf. And batting ninth is Evan Robinson. Each of these teams coming off victories yesterday. Incarnate Word in the first game knocked off West Texas A&M 4-1. Tarleton State won the second game yesterday 4-2 over Texas A&M Kingsville. Both West Texas A&M and Texas A&M Kingsville have been eliminated in the tournament. Derek Walls, Buckmaster's first pitch, low and away for ball 1. Derek Walls this season for the Cardinals, batting .306. Rolls that one foul behind the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Walls has no home runs and 17 RBIs this season. Incarnate Word ended the regular season on a 2-game losing streak, but they have won 4 of their last 6. And on the flip side, Tarleton State, one of the hottest teams out there, won 8 straight games. These two teams have split the regular season at Incarnate Word on March 6th and 7th. 4-game series, each team won 2 games apiece. Walls tries to slap at that one, and the count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Walls' second team Lone Star Conference selection this year. Takes ball 3, the count is 4. Player of the week on April the 10th. He went 9 for 17 against Tarleton State. He was a home run shy of the cycle. Fouls that one off. Stays the same. Walls was the freshman of the year last year when he batted .313 with 3 home runs and 30 RBIs. Buckmaster's payoff pitch way upstairs. Derek Walls draws a leadoff walk.
Next batter, third baseman Hector Flores.
Brings up Hector Flores, the third baseman. Head coach for Tarleton State is Brian Conger, his 4th season. Head coach for the Cardinals is Danny Heap. 15 years now as the head coach at Incarnate Word. Ball's on at first for Hector Flores. Here in the top of the first. And pitch paints the outside corner. Strike 1 to Flores. This year batting .333, 1 homer and 13 RBIs. There's a throw over to first. Walls retreats back to the bag safely. Walls this year 15 stolen bases, by far the most on this Cardinals team. He's been caught 3 times. The next closest, there are 3 Cardinals players with 3 stolen bases, and Walls has 15. 0-1 pitch, he goes here, pitch is high, the throw down to second. Nowhere near in time to get Derek Walls. He swipes his 16th stolen base this year. 1-1 to Hector Flores. Cardinals last year 37-18. They were the regular season champs. 2 years ago, school record 42 wins. 1-1 pitch from Buckmaster. Drops in, strike 2. Last year, Incarnate Word, the #1 seed in this tournament. This year, Cardinals are the 3 seed. Went 2-2 a year ago in the Lone Star Conference tournament. 1-2 pitch. Popped up out of play. Remains 1-2. Cardinals went all the way to the South Central Region title game where they were the runner-up. Returned 6 starters from a year ago. Preseason 1 coming into this year, 23rd in the nation. Here's the 1-2. That was slapped foul. Stays 1-2 to Hector Flores. Tarleton State last year, 35-15. That's a school record. Last year's squad was senior loaded. 16 seniors a year ago. A 1-2 pitch bounced to second. Robinson's there, the throw over. Retires Flores. Walls goes from second to third on the play. First run of the ball game, 90 feet away for John Zool, the second baseman. Zool's batting .244. No home runs, 9 RBIs. He did not play the first game. Takes one upstairs there for ball 1. Tarleton State was preseason 2 this year in the conference. So these two teams were preseason 1 and 2. Here's the 1-0. Runs inside for ball 2. John Zool made the honorable mention team last year. Takes his first strike there. Last year, Zool batted .410 with 7 home runs and 44 RBIs. Played and started almost every game, 42 starts, played 45 games. Bounces that one foul, third base side, just barely foul. Landon Thompson touched it in foul territory. 2-2 the count now to Zool. 1 out, 1 on. Zool this year has played in 30 games for the Cardinals. Here's the 2-2 pitch, full count. Buckmasters faced 3 batters. 2 of them have had full count so far here in the top of the first. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Out number 2 and the first strikeout tonight for Matt Buckmaster. Got Zool to chase one high and out of the zone there. Brings up Slade Brown. Walls let this inning off with a walk. He's on at third as Brown takes a curveball that misses outside for ball 1. Brown this year, phenomenal. .339, 22 RBIs. Brown, the junior from Dallas, smokes one into center field, and the Cardinals take a 1-0 lead on that RBI single from Slade Brown. His 23rd RBI this season.
Next up, the DH, Jordan Littlefield.
Brings up the DH, Jordan Littlefield. Littlefield, .336 average this year, 3 home runs, 24 RBIs. Takes a fastball called strike 1 on the inside corner. Littlefield, honorable mention team this year. Look at the full moon here in San Angelo. Gorgeous night here after the rain went away. 1-1 to Littlefield. But we had a 2-hour rain delay between Angelo State and West Texas A&M. That game started at 3:30, and then around 6:15, 6:30, it was called due to lightning. And then, I mean, out of nowhere, it just poured for about 30 minutes. And 2 hours later, those two teams resumed play. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count to Jordan Littlefield. Littlefield is a junior from Marion, Texas, Marion High School. Now has an even count, 2-2. Littlefield played 2 years at Midland Community College. 2 outs, 1 on here in the top of the first. 2-2 pitch freezes Littlefield. A fastball on the inside corner. The second strikeout tonight for Buckmaster. Incarnate Word does get 1 run on 1 hit, and they lead 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the first. You're watching the Lone Star Conference Baseball Tournament.
The LSC would like to thank the following corporate partners. Firestone, we keep your car running newer, longer. 3 shops, 1 stop, maintenance, repairs, and tires. AccuConference, providing conference calling for the Lone Star Conference. Shutt Sports, official softball helmet of the Lone Star Conference. Alpha Graphics, providing printing solutions for the Lone Star Conference. My Sports Streams, providing fundraising solutions for Lone Star Conference member institutions. Bravo Health, community engagement partner of the Lone Star Conference. Adidas, official supplier of the Lone Star Conference. Jostens, official ring provider of the Lone Star Conference. Wilson, the official basketball of the LSC. In the Lone Star Conference, we're committed to respect, integrity, tradition, community, and academic excellence. Lone Star Conference, we're the one. Fans, don't forget to like the Lone Star Conference on Facebook. It's the best way to stay connected to all the latest information from around the league and join the conversation with other LSC fans. For an easy way to follow the latest happenings in the Lone Star Conference, be sure to follow the LSC on Twitter. Get scoring updates, event reminders, and breaking news when you follow the Lone Star Conference on Twitter.
1-0 Cardinals lead the Texans. Graham Doty here at Foster Field. Mark Gomez starting tonight for Incarnate Word. His 11th start this year, 5 wins, 1 loss for Gomez, a 2.98 ERA. Gomez has thrown 57 in a third innings this year, 59 hits, 29 runs, 19 runs earned, 59 strikeouts, and 26 walks this year for Gomez. Facing Ryan Small, the second baseman for the Texans. First pitch from Gomez, a curveball that floats in for strike 1. Defensively tonight for the Cardinals, from left field to right field, Ryan Flowers, Jason Stone, Derek Walls. From third to first, as that ball was blooped right over the third baseman Flores had to throw over from Fuquay in time. Wow. Wasn't hit very hard at all. Just barely out of the reach of the third baseman Flores, but Fuquay made a rocket throw over to retire Small. Flores at third tonight. Travis Fuquay at short after that 6-3 put out. Second base is John Zool. First base is Slade Brown. Craig Barbaro behind the plate catching. 0-1 to Noah Ringenberger, the right fielder for Tarleton State. Ringenberger this year, .327, 3 home runs, 28 RBIs. Leans inside and takes ball 1. The count is level. Noah Ringenberger, a junior from Flower Mound, Texas. Takes ball 2 right there. Ringenberger, honorable mention this year, attended Northeastern State University from 2009 to 2011. Takes ball 3 high and away. Ringenberger led Northeastern State with a .400 average last year and 22 RBIs. He started every game. 3-1 from Gomez. A 5-pitch walk puts Noah Ringenberger on at first.
Next batter, DH, Blake Silguero.
That brings up Blake Silguero, the DH. Silguero, the senior from Cedar Park, Texas. Takes one high for ball one. Silguero this year batting .351, 11 home runs, and 38 RBIs. Second team all-conference, 11 homers at first. Close play at first. Gomez almost had Ringenberger. Ringenberger got in barely by inches. Ringenberger, 7 of 9 this year and stolen bases. He goes here. The ball shot towards right field. Walls makes the catch, spin towards first, fires it back. The throw is in time for the 9-3 double play ball to win the bottom of the first. Outstanding double play by the Cardinals. They lead 1-0 over the Texans as we head to the top of the second. You're watching the Lone Star Conference Baseball Tournament.
Leading off for the Cardinals, center fielder Jason Stone.
1-0 Cardinals on top of the Texans. Graham Doty here at Foster Field. Third and final game tonight as we approach the 11 o'clock hour here in San Angelo. First pitch from Matt Buckmaster drops in for strike one to Jason Stone. 0-1 from Buckmaster. That one drips in for strike two. Stone, a senior from Georgetown. Checks his swing. Did he go? They appeal. He did not go. It's 1-2 to Stone, who's batting .394, which is tops on the team. 21 RBIs. The 1-2 high and away. 2-2. Matt Buckmaster played 2 years at Pierce Community College. 2-2 pitch here. Runs outside. It's full. Buckmaster went 5-3 in 72 innings last year at Pierce Community College. 56 strikeouts, 16 walks, a 3.12 ERA. His payoff pitch here strikes out Stone. Back-to-back strikeouts for Buckmaster in his third tonight.
Next batter, left fielder Ryan Flowers.
Brings up Ryan Flowers. First pitch from Buckmaster. That curveball a little bit too far off the plate. Flowers is a senior. Went to Canyon High School. Played at McLennan Community College. Has an even count now, 1-1. Flowers batting .286 with 7 RBIs. He's played in 19 games this year. 2 balls and 1 strike to Flowers, who last year hit .357 with 2 home runs and 29 RBIs. Bites that one off. This is playable right side, just out of the reach of the first baseman, Garrett Hardy, who had a ton of room. Couldn't track that one down. There's a lot of room here at Foster Field. Certainly a pitcher's ballpark. A lot of foul territory. 395 to dead center field, 325 down the right and left field lines. We have seen a lot of fantastic plays and catches and foul territory so far throughout this tournament. Buckmasters 2-2. That one is swatted foul. It remains 2-2. So the winner of this game will play Angelo State, who's 2-0 so far in this tournament. The loser plays Abilene Christian, who has 1 loss. There's another strikeout for Buckmaster, 3 in a row. Two now for Greg Barbaro. Buckmaster has fanned 4 of the last 5 batters that he's faced. The only runner to reach was Derek Walls and Brown, as first pitch is a ball to Barbaro. Slade Brown ripped an RBI single as that ball's hit high in the air towards right field. Ringenberger makes the catch for the 3rd and final out. That's 4 in a row now retired for Matt Buckmaster as the Cardinals go 1-2-3 here in the top of the 2nd. The Cardinals in front of the Texans 1-0. We'll be right back. This is the Lone Star Conference.
Launch yourself into the future of technology at Eastern New Mexico University in Portales. When you experience the Eastern Way, you'll experience a state-of-the-art computer center, full access to the internet in classrooms and residence halls, college credit instructional TV courses in different cities and high schools, even student-produced programs on Eastern's own public radio and TV stations. For registration information or how to get launched aboard one of Eastern's 60 undergraduate and graduate majors, call 1-800-4ENMU.
Angelo State University. Affordable, better, closer. With one of the lowest tuition and fee schedules in Texas, Angelo State is affordable for all. Recognized by the Princeton Review as one of the top 4 public universities in the state, ASU is better than you imagine. And Angelo State's central location in Texas makes it closer than you think. Enjoy the freedom to explore your interests, cultivate your talents, and shape your future at Angelo State University. From here, it's possible.
Late night here at the ballpark. Still a good crowd here at Foster Field. Incarnate Word in front 1-0 over Tarleton State. Texans will have the 4, 5, and 6 hitters to face Mark Gomez. Garrett Hardy steps to the plate. Hardy, .319 average. 7 home runs. He's knocked in 38 this year. Gomez from the windup. First pitch, strike 1. Hardy, player of the week on April 30th, so just a few days ago, when he batted .478, smacked 4 home runs and 13 RBIs in 5 games. Has an even count now, 1-1. Only played in 19 games last year with 2 starts. He played 2 years at Western Texas Community College. Swings at 1 out of the zone there for strike 2. One, 2 from Gomez. Fouled off. It stays 1-2. Garrett Hardy, a senior from Arlington, Texas. One, two, swung on and missed. Strike three. First strikeout tonight for Gomez as he fans Hardy. Brings up Jonathan Schmitz. Low and inside, ball one to Schmitz, who's batting .309, 2 homers, 19 runs batted in. The 1-0 from Gomez. There's a line drive base hit and a right center field. A 1-out rocket from Jonathan Schmitz. First base hit tonight for Tarleton State. Brings up Landon Thompson, the third baseman. Thompson, 31 starts this year. He's batting .250 with 4 home runs and 17 RBIs. Rips that one foul. Down that third baseline for strike one. Thompson, a freshman. Was a team captain in high school. Won the 2011 Texas League All-Star Weekend Home Run Derby a year ago. Now has an even count. One from Gomez. Took something off there as Thompson couldn't connect. Thompson listed at 5'11", 190. He's connected on 4 home runs this season. Certainly, obviously has the power if he's able to win the home run derby contest. Good eye there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, 1 on here in the bottom of the second. Two-two pitch, runs inside. The count is full. The first full count tonight for Gomez. Tarleton State, winners of 8 straight. Throw over to first. Schmitz, not much of a lead, just takes about 1 or 2 steps back to the bag. Not really a threat to steal. In fact, he hasn't stolen or attempted a base this season. Here's the payoff pitch. It's rifled to third. A diving stop by Flores. Rifles one over to first in time. Big time play by Flores. Schmitz goes to second on the play. On the 5-3 ground out. 2 outs for Chris Patton. Patton 267. 1 homer and 7 RBIs. One and 0 to Patton. Patton, just a sophomore from San Antonio, where the University of Incarnate Word is located, as the 1-0 outside. 2-0 to Patton. Set out all of last year. Patton was the team captain of his high school squad. Has the tying run on second with 2 outs here. Takes a 2-0, low and away. It's 3-0. Let's see what Coach Conger wants to do here. If he wants to give the green light to Patton on the 3-0 count. Patton taking all the way. 3-1. Schmitz hit a 1-out single. Advanced to second on a Thompson ground out. Each team with 1 hit, but the Cardinals have the advantage, 1-0. Gomez with the 3-1. Bounce to Zula second. Whips one over to first, and the inning is over. The Texans do get 1 hit, then leave a runner stranded on second base. 1-0 we go. Cardinals in front. Top of the 3rd next. You're watching the Lone Star Conference Baseball Tournament.
I chose Division II because athletes graduate at a higher rate.
I can stay closer to home and be an important part of the community. I chose Division II because I can double major.
And take part in campus activities.
I chose Division II because classrooms are smaller.
Students have more time with their instructors.
And I can compete for a national championship. I chose Division II for all these reasons and more.
I chose Division II.
What is Javelina Pride? It's learning by doing research. It's tailgating before the big game. It's being part of a world-respected engineering program. Texas A&M University Kingsville, the home of Javelina Pride. Find out more at tamuk.edu.
Welcome back, Graham Doty here at Foster Field. It is the top of the 3rd. Incarnate Word at the plate with a 1-run lead. Number 9 batter Travis Fuquay kicks things off here. Buckmaster deals the first pitch high and tight to Fuquay. Fuquay this season in 29 games is batting .222. Does have 3 home runs and 12 RBIs. Those 3 home runs tops on the team. 1-1 count. Buckmaster's 1-1. Hits the outside corner for strike 2. As a team, the Cardinals, .297 batting average. That's 5th best in the Lone Star Conference. Strike 3 call. Buckmaster paints the inside corner to freeze Fuquay. Already the 5th strikeout tonight.
Right fielder, Derek Wall.
Top of the order for Incarnate Word, Derek Walls. Buckmaster on fire. Has retired 5 in a row. 0-1 count here to Walls. Count is even, 1-1. Walls tonight scored the only run so far in this contest. He walked in the first and was eventually driven home on a single from Slade Brown. That one low and away, 2-1 to Brown, rather to Walls. 1 out, base is empty. Matt Buckmaster certainly settled down since giving up that 1 run. There's a filthy curveball for strike 2. Wall's second team conference pick this year. The 2-2 pitch swats it foul, stays 2-2. Walls from San Antonio. Went to Reagan High School. 2-2 pitch. Fouls that one off. Once again, remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Walls is just a sophomore. Not very many underclassmen on this Cardinals team. 2-2 pitch lifts that one out of play. Eight pitches in this at bat here to Derek Walls. Buckmaster's 2-2 offering. That one's slapped foul. This Cardinals lineup tied with the fewest doubles. They do have the second most triples though. Only 13 home runs this year. That one is poked foul. They don't walk very much or strike out very much. Fewest strikeouts this season with 226. As that ball jams Walls, fouls it off once again. Fewest strikeouts as a team, but Buckmaster didn't get that memo. 5 strikeouts already tonight from Matt Buckmaster. Here's his 2-2 pitch. And again, Walls fights it off. "11 pitches in this at bat to Derek Walls with 1 out and the bases empty here in the top of the 3rd. There's a curveball that is crushed foul down the left field line, ends up in the bleachers here at Foster Field. What a battle. Who will win it between Buckmaster and the leadoff man, Walls? Again, fouled off. Crashes in to that net behind home plate. They play Bee Gees, Staying Alive, over the speakers here at Foster Field as a 2-2 right back to Buckmaster on the mound. He wins the battle as he floats it to first. And now 2 down. Hector Flores, the batter. He's 0 for 1. Grounded out to short. 6 in a row now retired for Buckmaster. First pitch fastball pops the mitt, but misses inside. Flores last year pretty good, 357, 2 homers and 29 RBIs. Fouls off the 1-0, the count's even at a ball and a strike. Hector Flores, a senior from San Antonio. He went to J High School. And the 1-1, a little low for ball 2. Each of these teams want to make a run not only in this tournament, they want to go to the South Central. As Flores fouls it off. Right now, each of these teams is on the outside looking in. It does help them, though, that West Texas A&M, who was the 8th seed in the South Central, they lost both games here in the Lone Star Conference tournament. They are already eliminated as the count's full to Flores. So now it's up for anybody to kind of sneak in, the Cardinals or the Texans, as Flores draws a walk. The second walk Buckmaster has allowed, and that snaps Buckmaster's 6 in a row retired streak. Brings up John Zool, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. That curveball drops in for strike 1. The top 2 seeds in the South Central, Central Missouri and St. Mary's, Those two teams will play later this week in their conference tournaments. 0-1 ball is crushed into center field. Wolf can't get there, and he misses it. It goes all the way to the wall. Flores rounds third. He will score. Going to third base is Zool. He slides. He is safe. 2-0 Cardinals. It's a base hit and an error on the center fielder, Andrew Wolf, that allows Flores to score and allows Zool all the way to third base. For Andrew Wolf, the center fielder, that's only his third error this year. No RBI giving to Zool. But it is 2-0 Cardinals. First pitch to Slade Brown. Way upstairs for ball one. 2 outs. John Zool just 90 feet away as Brown takes the 1-0. Now we're even. Brown drove in the first run, an RBI single in the first that scored Derek Walls. 1-1 pitch is fouled off for strike 2. So Matt Buckmaster had retired 6 in a row. Then he walked Hector Flores with 2 outs in this inning. And Flores eventually came around to score. That ball's shot towards right. It's foul down the right field line. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Brown. But Central Missouri, they are in the MIAA. They will play the 10th through the 13th in Kansas City. They're the 1 seed right now. That pitch way upstairs for ball 2. St. Mary's, the number 1 seed in the Heartland tournament. They will play the 10th through the 12th. 2-2 pitch jams Brown, but he's able to foul it off. St. Mary's will actually play at Incarnate Words Field at Sullivan Field in San Antonio. Both of those schools in San Antonio. St. Mary's having some construction done on their field, which is why they're playing at Incarnate Word. Cardinals were nice enough to let St. Mary's do that. Schmitz goes to the mound to talk things over with Buckmaster briefly. Also, 2 other teams to keep an eye on in the South Central region, Southern Arkansas and Southeastern Oklahoma in the Great American Conference. Southern Arkansas is the 5 seed, Southeastern Oklahoma the 7 seed in South Central. They both played each other today in the Great American Conference as the count is full to Brown. Here's the payoff pitch, smoked pretty deep towards center field. Andrew Wolf makes the catch at the warning track for the 3rd and final out of the inning. So Wolf is able to track that one down, but the Cardinals get 1 more run on the board, and they lead 2-0 over Tarleton State. We'll be back with the bottom of the 3rd. You're watching the Lone Star Conference Baseball Tournament.
The LSC would like to thank the following corporate partners. Firestone, we keep your car running newer, longer. 3 shops, 1 stop, maintenance, repairs, and tires. AccuConference, providing conference calling for the Lone Star Conference. Shut Sports, official softball helmet of the Lone Star Conference. Alpha Graphics, providing printing solutions for the Lone Star Conference. My Sports Streams, providing fundraising solutions for Lone Star Conference member institutions. Bravo Health, community engagement partner of the Lone Star Conference. Adidas, official supplier of the Lone Star Conference. Jostens, official ring provider of the Lone Star Conference. Wilson, the official basketball of the LSC. In the Lone Star Conference, we're committed to respect, integrity, tradition, community, and academic excellence. Lone Star Conference, we're the one. Fans, don't forget to like the Lone Star Conference on Facebook. It's the best way to stay connected to all the latest information from around the league and join the conversation with other LSC fans. For an easy way to follow the latest happenings in the Lone Star Conference, be sure to follow the LSC on Twitter. Get scoring updates, event reminders, and breaking news when you follow the Lone Star Conference on Twitter.
Andrew Wolf leaves things off here for Tarleton State in the bottom of the third. Graham Doty here at Foster Field. The rain is gone. Turned out to be a pretty night here. Nobody would have thought we'd be playing at 11:15 tonight, though. First pitch from Gomez, high and away to Andrew Wolf. Wolf this year batting .326, no homers and 33 RBIs. The 1-0 from Gomez, a big, healthy swing and a miss from Wolf. Evens the count at 1-1. Wolf made the honorable mention team this year. Player of the week on March 19th when he went 11 of 15 versus Eastern New Mexico. Had 10 RBIs in that series. The 1-1 runs inside for ball 2. Wolf this year has been to the plate 129 times. He has played in 40 games, started all 40 games. Gets hit on the elbow there. And the leadoff man is aboard for the first time tonight for the Texans. Brings up Evan Robinson, the shortstop. Robinson sports a .283 average with 21 RBIs. Wolf on at first, second on the team with 14 stolen bases this year. He's been caught twice. Gomez fires the first pitch, drops a good bunt. The first baseman Brown's there, throws it to first. Nice job by the second baseman, John Zool, who covers the bag. But Robinson drops an excellent sacrifice bunt to advance Wolf to second base. Top of the order here for the Texans. Ryan Small, who's 0 for 1 at the plate. First pitch to Small, a curveball that floats in for strike 1. .0-1 from Gomez, a big swing and a miss for strike 2. Brian Conger says, without a doubt, Ryan Small, one of the leaders on this team, along with Andrew Wolf. Ryan Small, a catcher by trade. 0-2 pitch, he crushes it foul, stays 0-2. But due to some injuries this year, especially at second base, Ryan Small volunteered to play second base this year, and he has never played it before, ever in his life. Coach Conger says that's just the type of player, but more importantly, the type of person Ryan Small is. Puts the team first. He's a team first guy. He can trim this thing if he scores. Wolf, who's standing on at second base. 1-2 to Small. 1 out, 1 on. Texans trying to manufacture a run here in the bottom of the third. The 1-2 from Gomez going for third, the hit and run. Small fouls it off. Wolf had a fantastic jump on Gomez there. He was about halfway to third by the time Gomez even threw the pitch home. One-two pitch, popped up out of play once again. Each of these teams won yesterday. Tarleton State 4-2 over Texas A&M Kingsville. Incarnate Word 4-1 over West Texas A&M. Here's the 1-2. Chop to the second baseman, Zool. He will bobble it, but throws it to first as Wolf goes from second to third on the play, 2 down. Brings up Noah Ringenberger. Ringenberger walked in the first. Represents the tying run here. Ringenberger, 327 average, does have 3 home runs and 28 RBIs. He's jammed, hits it weakly to the shortstop, Fruquay, throws a dart to first and just barely gets Ringenberger, just barely gets him at first, and the inning is over. Texans leave Andrew Wolf stranded at third base. 2-0 we go. Cardinals on top as we move to the top of the 4th. You're watching the Lone Star Conference Baseball Tournament.
is the designated hitter,
2-0. Incarnate Word leading Tarleton State. Graham Doty here at Foster Field. Here in the top of the fourth. First pitch swung on and missed from Jordan Littlefield for strike one. Got a late start to the third game today because of the 2-hour rain delay. In game number 2 today between Angelo State and West Texas A&M. Littlefield now down 0-2. And talking to the SID with Incarnate Word, he says, oh, that's nothing to start around 10:30, 10:45. He said a couple of years ago, the Cardinals played a game that first pitch was 1:30 in the morning. 1-2 pitch is ripped towards right field. Ringenberger has a beat on it, one down. Brings up Jason Stone, who struck out back in the second. But the Cardinals SID said it was a regional game in Missouri. He said he didn't make the trip. He said he was glad. I don't blame him. So that they finished around 5 o'clock in the morning that night, or I should say that morning. The 1-0 pitch to Stone, a curveball off the plate. It is 2-0. Buckmasters 2-0, high and outside, ball 3. Buckmaster trying to regain that form when he retired 6 in a row. Has 5 strikeouts tonight. Now he has a 3-1 count. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Pops it up, playable right side. First baseman Garrett Hardy makes the catch, backpedaling. 2 outs. Brings up Ryan Flowers, the left fielder. Flowers 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Buckmaster's first pitch down and inside, ball 1. Really everything yesterday went to plan for Tarleton State. Coach Conger says he was planning on throwing the kitchen sink at Texas A&M Kingsville. And it worked. He didn't really have to throw the kitchen sink either. As Pete Perez threw a complete game victory over Kingsville to pick up the victory for Tarleton State. 2 ball, 1 strike, now 2-2 to Flowers. Cardinals in front, 2-0. Two pitch, outside, full count. Coach Conger also said he felt the turning point of the season for his squad was going to play at Incarnate Word and splitting, as that ball is hit for a base hit in the right field, a 2-out single for Ryan Flowers. Brings up Greg Barbaro, 0 for 1. He flew out to right in the second. That's to take off some of that catcher's gear. You see a lot of catchers with the 2 outs in an inning leave their shin guards on just in case. First pitch to Barbaro. Drops a little low for ball 1. Coach Conger says he knew his team was good, but it was at that moment when they split the 4-game series in San Antonio that his players realized, you know what? We're pretty good too. We can do this. Now Tarleton State won the first game yesterday, trying to win the second game tonight. 1-1 pitch is high and away. 2-1 to Barbaro. Barbaro did not play yesterday for the Cardinals. Didn't play last year either. Played 2 years of community college baseball. Has an even count here at 2-2. Barbaro, a senior from right in San Antonio. Buckmasters 2-2 offering, freezes. Barbaro goes down looking, and the inning is over. 7 strikeouts for Buckmaster. And as we move to the bottom of the 4th, 2-0 Incarnate Word. We'll be right back. You're watching the Lone Star Conference Baseball Tournament.
Launch yourself into the future of technology at Eastern New Mexico University in Portales. When you experience the Eastern Way, you'll experience a state-of-the-art computer center, full access to the internet in classrooms and residence halls, college credit instructional TV courses in different cities and high schools, even student-produced programs on Eastern's own public radio and TV stations. For registration information or how to get launched aboard one of Eastern's 60 undergraduate and graduate majors, call 1-800-4ENMU.
2-0. Cardinals in front of the Texans. Third and final game tonight here at Foster Field. First time ever this tournament has been held here at Foster Field. It's been a busy day here at Angelo State. Softball team won the regionals that they hosted. They are advancing to the super regionals, and more than likely Angelo State will host that in softball, the super regionals. First pitch to Blake Salguero, strike one. Salguero bounced into a double play in the first. Also, Angelo State's track and field team won today, as did Abilene Christian. Each of those two schools, their track and field programs are powerhouses in the Lone Star Conference. 1-1 the count. One from Gomez, jams him, a slow roller to Zool, overhand at first. Nice job by Gomez, the pitcher, covering, one out. Brings up Garrett Hardy, the first baseman, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Fouls off the first pitch that he sees. Hardy this year has 18 stolen bases, tops on the Texan squad. That is the 4th most in the conference. Looks at one in the dirt. Counts now even, 1 ball and 1 strike. So far in this game, only 1 hit for the Texans, a single from Jonathan Schmidt in the second. Only 2 base runners. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Garrett Hardy. The 1-2 from Gomez. That ball is lifted into shallow center field. Stone can't get there. There's the second hit tonight for the Texans. A single for Garrett Hardy. That brings up Jonathan Schmitz, who has the other hit tonight. That single back in the second. 1 out, 1 on. As we approach the 11:35 mark here at Foster Field, getting closer and closer to midnight. First pitch inside to Schmitz. Schmidt's mom, Rose, played basketball at Texas Tech. Also threw the shot put and discus. There's a throw over. Hardy retreats back to the bag. Hardy this year, told you, leads the team with those 18 stolen bases. The 1-0, a little bit inside, 2-0 to Schmitz. 2-1 pitch. James Schmitz, 2-1. Brian Conger, the head coach from Stephenville, played baseball at Tarleton State, was the pitching coach from 98 to 99. 4 years ago, decided to move back to Stephenville and be the head coach. There's a throw over. Hardy gets back safely. Conger says it's great to be back home in Stephenville. 2-1 pitch, bounce off the pitcher Gomez, sky high in the air. Fuquay can't get it. Everybody's safe. Hardy to second, Schmitz to first on an infield single. Back-to-back singles for the Texans, and the go-ahead run at the plate. And Landon Thompson, who's 0 for 1 tonight. Thompson does have 4 home runs this year and 17 RBIs. Gomez from the stretch fires his first pitch. And Thompson went around for strike 1. Wanted to swing, laid off, but went a little bit too far. Texans really in business for the first time tonight. They left runners stranded in the second and third, both in scoring position. 0 for 2 tonight with runner in scoring position. 1-1 the count to Thompson. Hardy with fantastic speed on at second. Schmitz on at first. 1 out. Gomez trying to work out of a jam. Here's his 1-1. A little low, ball 2. Danny Heap has been able to call the San Antonio area home for at least the past 15 years since he's been the head coach for the Cardinals. He's a big league vet, played 11 years in the show. 2-1 pitch, bounce third base side. Flores steps on third, whips it over to first. A 5-3 double play ends the bottom of the 4th. The Texans again, a great opportunity, come up empty. 2-0 Cardinals as we head to the top of the 5th. We'll be right back. You're watching Lone Star Conference Baseball.
The LSC would like to thank the following corporate partners. Firestone, we keep your car running newer, longer. 3 shops, 1 stop, maintenance, repairs, and tires. AccuConference, providing conference calling for the Lone Star Conference. Shut Sports, official softball helmet of the Lone Star Conference. Alpha Graphics, providing printing solutions for the Lone Star Conference. My Sports Streams, providing fundraising solutions for Lone Star Conference member institutions. Bravo Health, community engagement partner of the Lone Star Conference. Adidas, official supplier of the Lone Star Conference. Jostens, official ring provider of the Lone Star Conference. Wilson, the official basketball of the LSC. In the Lone Star Conference, we're committed to respect, integrity, tradition, community, and academic excellence. Lone Star Conference, we're the one. Fans, don't forget to like the Lone Star Conference on Facebook. It's the best way to stay connected to all the latest information from around the league and join the conversation with other LSC fans. For an easy way to follow the latest happenings in the Lone Star Conference, be sure to follow the LSC on Twitter. Get scoring updates, event reminders, and breaking news when you follow the Lone Star Conference on Twitter.
All right, here we go with the top of the 5th, 2-0 lead. Incarnate Word in front of Tarleton State. Graham Doty here at Foster Field. And it's the number 9 batter, the shortstop, Travis Fuquay, leading things off here. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. Fuquay played at Cisco Community College, also played at Houston Baptist, a junior from Austin. Rocks that one to third. Bobble by Thompson. Bobbles it again. Throws it over. Not in time. Fuqua beats it. Let's see if they rule that a hit or an error. That's an error on the third baseman, Landon Thompson. Second error tonight for the Texans. Thompson over there at third, the hot corner. That is his 19th error this season. Top of the order, Derek Walls. First pitch from Buckmaster. Upstairs, ball one. Walls is 0 for 1. Walk, run scored, round out. Walls had a 13-pitch at bat last time, drops a bunt foul, first base side, 1-1. I was talking about the Cardinals head coach, Danny Heap, how he played 11 years in the big. He's got 2 rings on his fingers now. 1986 New York Mets, 1988 LA Dodgers. That ball's bunted. The catcher Schmidt guns down the runner at second, but it's not going to count. It's a foul ball called. It's 1-2 to Derek Walls. Other teams Danny Heap played for, the Houston Astros and the Boston Red Sox. This is interesting. Danny Heap, he still holds the Major League record for 4 pinch hit home runs in one season. Did that in 1983. There's a throw over to first. Fuqua gets back safely. One-two pitch to Wall, still showing bunt. This one is fair. The throw down to second in time. As Fuqua is gunned down by Jonathan Schmitz. So Derek Walls rolls the dice, trying to bunt with 2 strikes. He's aboard now on first. 1 out. 1 on for Hector Flores, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out and a walk. Throw over to first, lunging back to the bag is Derek Walls. I mean, he did a Superman dive back there. Walls capable of stealing 15 stolen bases, and he gets picked off. Matt Buckmaster picks off Derek Walls, 2 away. Base is now empty for Hector Flores. He's still yet to see a pitch here. First pitch he sees, fouls it off for strike 1. But that's amazing when you think about Danny Heap has a record that still stands in the major league since 1983. 0-1 pitch is popped up out of play. Strike 2. With 4 pinch hit home runs during one single season. 0-2 on the way. Lifted foul down the right field line out of the reach of Ringenberger. 0-2 it stays to Flores. 0-2 to Flores, a little high, 1-2. But the World Series teams Danny Heap was a part of, 2 very familiar teams. The 86 Mets, Gary Carter and Dwight Gooden. Checks the swing, he went around. Hector Flores is called out on strikes. That's number 7 for Matt Buckmaster. 2-0 we go as we head to the bottom of the 5th. We'll be right back. You're watching the Lone Star Conference Baseball Tournament.
Angelo State University. Affordable, better, closer. With one of the lowest tuition and fee schedules in Texas, Angelo State is affordable for all. Recognized by the Princeton Review as one of the top 4 public universities in the state, ASU is better than you imagine. And Angelo State's central location in Texas makes it closer than you think. Enjoy the freedom to explore your interests, cultivate your talents, and shape your future at Angelo State University. From here, it's possible.
What makes WT Athletics unique?
I do.
I do.
I do. I do.
And so do you.
Yes, we have great facilities and championship programs, but it's the people that set us apart.
It's me and it's you.
Without our athletes and without our donors, we are just an organization. An organization without a cause.
Without a voice.
And without a purpose. Thank you for supporting the Buffalo Club.
For more information, please visit GoBuffsGo.com. Go Buffs!
2-0. Incarnate Word still leading Tarleton State. Texans back at the plate here, the bottom third of their lineup, 7, 8, 9. The left fielder, Chris Patton, 0 for 1. Bounced out to win the second inning. First pitch, high and away, ball 1. One 0 from Gomez, outside for ball 2. Cardinals in their first game only threw 2 pitchers, and Keith Vasquez and Dylan Boss. And Mark Gomez pitching very well tonight, only allowed 3 hits, all singles. More importantly, no runs, but he's behind the count here, 3-0 to Patton. That one finds the strike zone. 3-1. So each of these teams are doing pretty well as far as pitching goes. They haven't thrown a lot of pitchers, which is certainly key to tournaments. That one paints the outer corner. The count is full. Here's the payoff pitch from Gomez. It's bounced right up the middle. Zool ranges to his right. The throw over in time. Patton retired for the second time tonight, 4-3. Andrew Wolf hit by a pitch, left stranded at second, back in the third. First pitch from Gomez. Drips a little bit too low, ball 1. 1-0 pitch is shot foul over there by the Cardinals dugout, 1-1. Andrew Wolf, his brother Charlie, played baseball at Western Texas College. Wolf last year played in 35 games with 4 starts. He hit 182 last year with 2 RBIs. His sophomore year, he started 45 games and hit 317. Second on the team with 31 RBIs. 2-1 to Andrew Wolf. Wolf this year bounced back from an off year for his standards last year. 326 this year, 33 RBIs. Lifts this one in the air right to Josh Stone, brother Jason Stone. 2 away. Evan Robinson, who dropped a sacrifice bunt in the third, steps in here, 2 out, base is empty. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Cardinals They put 1 run on the board in the first, 1 run in the third. First pitch from Gomez. Hits the outside edge. Strike 1. Robinson, that sack bunt, that's his 11th this year, which is 30th in the nation. Counts level 1-1. Robinson is from Flower Mound, Texas, a freshman. Was the team captain of his high school baseball team. Looks at strike 2 there. One, 2 on the way. Outside, 2-2. Tarleton State, winners of 8 games in a row. Cardinals have won 4 of their last 6. They lost their last 2 regular season game before winning game 1 of this tournament against West Texas A&M yesterday. It's been a while since the Cardinals played. They had the noon game yesterday. Last game today, which starts around 10:30. Here's the payoff pitch. Fought off. Stays the same. Gomez, payoff pitch. A little low. Good eye from Evan Robinson. Draws a walk with 2 outs. The second walk tonight for Gomez. Brings up Ryan Small. 0 for 2 with 2 ground outs. Represents the tying run at the plate here. And Small does have some pop. 9 home runs and 42 RBIs. There's 9 homers, second most on the team, a throw over. Robinson back in safely. He's 6 of 14 this year in the stolen base department. Low and in the dirt. Robinson stays put at first. It's 1-0. Those 9 home runs by Small, second most in the conference. Played 2 years at Midland Community College. Stares at a breaking ball for strike 1. 2 outs, 1 on, and Robinson with good speed. Texans down by 2 runs. All 3 hits by Tarleton State have been singles. There's a throw over. Small gets back, rather Robinson gets back safely. Gomez fires the 1-1, a breaking ball, low and away. 2-1. Two-one pitch, floats in. We're even 2-2 to Ryan Small, searching for hit number 1 tonight. See what Robinson does on this pitch here. Not too much of a lead at first, being held on by Brown. He stays put, and strikeout number 2 tonight for Mark Gomez. He gets Ryan Small swinging, and the inning is over. 2-0 Incarnate Word as we head to the top of the 6. You're watching the Lone Star Conference Baseball Tournament. John Zool, the second baseman, at the plate here in the top of the 6th. Graham Doty here at Foster Field. Cardinals with a 2-0 advantage. These two teams split earlier this year. That one's fouled off for strike 1. Winner of this game will play Angelo State at noon tomorrow. The loser will play Abilene Christian at 3:30. 1-1 to Zool. With an unusual stance on the right side of the batter's box. Good eye there, outside 2-1. His back leg is straight, stiff as a board. Outside 3-1. You'll see a good angle here. Kind of looks like he's leaning forward in that shot. A 3-1 pitch. Strike 2. So thought it might have been ball 4, but he has a full count to work with here against Matt Buckmaster. Buckmaster's payoff pitch. There's a line drive base hit right back up the middle. A second single tonight for Zool. All of the hits tonight, all 4 for the Cardinals, have been singles. Half of them by Zool, who you see standing on first. Brings up Slade Brown, the first baseman. He drove in the first run of the night for the Cardinals, an RBI single in the first that scored Derek Walls. Brown flew out to center in the third. Takes a big swing at a pitch out of the zone there for strike 1. Two to nothing. Cardinals lead the Texans as we approach midnight here in San Angelo. Another big swing by Brown. Nothing into the count. This game was scheduled for a 7 o'clock first pitch. Well, the second game today between Angelo State and West Texas A&M had a 2-hour rain delay. That first pitch was 3:30. Right around 6:30, started out as a lightning delay, and then it poured for about 30 minutes. Put the tarps on the field. Buckmaster's 0-2 will have to wait as he throws it over to first. Zool retreats back to the bag safely. Zool this year, 23 stolen bases. Rather looking at the wrong thing. No stolen base. He struck out 23 times. But he lunges back to the back safely there. So no stolen bases this year for Zool. Close play again there. That black jersey starting to get dirt all over it for Zool. Another throw over to first. Another close pickoff move by Buckmaster. But Zool gets in safely. Only 38 stolen bases this year for the Cardinals. Their opponents have 64 against them. Second fewest stolen bases. Another throw over. Zool gets back to the bag safely. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out here. In the top of the 6th, Cardinals with a 2-0 lead over the Texans. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. Another strikeout for Buckmaster. 8 tonight.
DH Jordan Littlefield.
1 out, 1 on for Jordan Littlefield, the DH. 0 for 2, strikeout, and a flyout. Buckmaster's first pitch in the dirt. Zool isn't going anywhere. He remains at first. Littlefield, 2 years at Midland Community College, went around there. The count's even, 1-1. Littlefield this year made the honorable mention squad, 336 average with 3 home runs and 24 RBIs. Fouls off the 1-1 to fall behind, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The wind blowing out towards left center field here at Foster Field. The temperature has dropped a great deal. Feels pretty good. Midnight action here in San Angelo. The loser of this game will play earlier today, I should say, at noon. So not too much of a break. Rather, the winner of this game will play at noon against Angelo State. So if you win, kind of comes with a price. The 1-2 pitch is rifled, just foul down the right field line. Foul by maybe 2 feet for Littlefield. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Zool on at first. He singled. Buckmaster could use a double play here. Zips one over to first. Zool gets back safely. Texans do have the 2nd most errors and the 2nd most fielding percentage this year. They have 2 errors tonight. This time a float over, that one was close. As Buckmaster just kind of lobbed one over there. Zool kind of took his time. Just beat it. Here's the 1-2, jams and pops it up right side. This might drop in, and a diving catch by Ryan Small. Wow. 2 outs, but Ryan Small, full extension out of nowhere, made that catch. There you see him there. No big deal. Yeah, 2 outs. Jason Stone steps in, 0 for 2, strikeout, pop out. Ball 1 to Stone. Stone played left field in the first game against West Texas A&M. Checks his swing, didn't go around. 2-0 to Jason Stone here. But in that game against West Texas A&M, he went 1 for 3 with a single and a sac bunt. The 2-0 pitch here, down and inside. 3 straight balls to Jason Stone. Throw over, Zool gets back safely. Buckmaster certainly been keeping an eye on Zool over there. The 3-0 pitch, Stone took it all the way. It's 3-1. Three-one offering, paints the outside corner. The count is full. First team all-conference this year for Jason Stone. Here's the payoff pitch. Bounce right back up the middle. Robinson fields it, steps on second base for the third and final out of the inning. John Zool hit a leadoff single and is left stranded, but the Cardinals still in front 2-0 as we cruise to the bottom of the 6th. You're watching the Lone Star Conference Baseball Tournament. Welcome back, Noah Ringenberger at the plate, takes the first pitch ball. Ringenberger 0 for 1. Ground out and a walk. Gomez still on the mound here for the Cardinals. Fires his 1-0 pitch that hits the outside corner to even things at 1-1. Curveball just a little bit off the plate for ball 2. Ringenberger played at Northeastern State University, started all 34 games there. Swings and misses. We're even 2-2. Two from Gomez is rolled to the first baseman Brown. He scoops it up in foul territory, and Ringenberger has to go back to the batter's box. We have seen a lot of great pitching performances so far in this tournament. A couple of weeks ago, in fact, last Saturday, there was a perfect game in Division II. It was a 2-2 pitch is slapped foul. It remains 2-2. But last Saturday, Delta State pitcher Colton Mitchell threw a perfect game for the Fighting Okra in Cleveland, Mississippi. 2-2 pitch, drops in for strike 3. A filthy breaking ball from Mark Gomez, his 3rd strikeout tonight. That's 2 in a row. Gomez pulled the string on that one. Brings up the DH, Blake Silgario. He's 0 for 1. Bounced into a double play and grounded out to second. Ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Tad bit inside for ball 2. Silgario attended Cisco Community College from 07 to 08 and San Diego State from 2008 to 2011. That's a 3-0 count here. San Diego State, of course, their head coach is Tony Gwynn, Baseball Hall of Famer. 3-0 pitch, hits the outside corner, strike 1. Tony Gwynn has had some success for the Aztecs out there in San Diego. Obviously, his best recruit was Steven Strasburg. Got him to be the #1 pick. Strasburg now having a lot of success for the Washington Nationals. Here's the payoff pitch. Back-to-back strikeouts for Gomez. That's 3 in a row and 4 tonight.
First baseman Garrett Hardy.
Two outs, base is empty for Garrett Hardy. First pitch from Gomez, a breaking ball that is tipped foul for strike 1. Hardy 1 for 2, single, strikeout. Oh, 1 delivery outside. Count is level, 1-1. 1-1 pitch, popped up, out of play, strike 2. The Cardinals haven't played a whole lot of night games this year. Only 7 total. They're 4-3 in night games. Day games this year, they're 19-16. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Mark Gomez is one bad man. He struck out 4 in a row, 2-0 as we head to the top of the 7th. We'll be right back. You're watching the Lone Star Conference Baseball Tournament.
Launch yourself into the future of technology at Eastern New Mexico University in Portales. When you experience the Eastern Way, you'll experience a state-of-the-art computer center, full access to the internet in classrooms and residence halls, college credit instructional TV courses in different cities and high schools, even student-produced programs on Eastern's own public radio and TV stations. For registration information or how to get launched aboard one of Eastern's 60 undergraduate and graduate majors, call 1-800-4-ENMU.
Angelo State University. Affordable, better, closer. With one of the lowest tuition and fee schedules in Texas, Angelo State is affordable for all. Recognized by the Princeton Review as one of the top 4 public universities in the state, ASU is better than you imagine. And Angelo State's central location in Texas makes it closer than you think. Enjoy the freedom to explore your interests, cultivate your talents, and shape your future at Angelo State University. From here, it's possible.
There you see the new pitcher on the mound for the Texans, Austin Coble, a 5'9" junior from Cypress, Texas, pitched at Texarkana Community College. Coble comes in for Matt Buckmaster. The starter goes 6 innings, allowed 4 hits and 2 runs. One of those runs earned. A bunch of strikeouts tonight for Buckmaster. He had 2 walks and 8 strikeouts tonight. The starter, Matt Buckmaster. And so far this year for Austin Coble, 2 wins, 2 losses. His 22nd appearance tonight. He has a 3.33 ERA. Coble has thrown 24 1/3 innings worth of action this year. Allowed 19 hits, 13 runs. 9 of those runs are earned. 21 strikeouts, 11 walks. First pitch to Ryan Flowers, downstairs, ball 1. Flowers 1 for 2, single and a strikeout. A 1-0 pitch bounced to third, 1 hopper to Thompson, zips it over, 1 down.
The catcher, Grant Barwell.
Brings up Greg Bavero, the catcher, 0 for 2, strikeout and a flyout. Coble, his 3.33 ERA, 14th best in the conference. That ball is popped in the air pretty deep. Andrew Wolf makes the catch, though. 2 away here in the top of the 7th.
Shortstop, Travis Fuquay.
Austin Coble, his high school team won the state championship back in 2007. First pitch here to the number 9 batter, Travis Fuquay. High, ball 1. Fuquay struck out looking in the 3rd, reached on an error in the 5th. Takes a 1-0 breaking ball downstairs for ball 2. Coble's 2-0 delivery is blooped, foul territory, and the first baseman, Hardy, makes the catch. 3 up and 3 down for the 2nd time tonight for the Cardinals. They still lead 2-0 as we move to the bottom of the 7th. Time to stretch here at Foster Field. You're watching the Lone Star Conference Baseball Tournament.
The LSC would like to thank the following corporate partners. Firestone, we keep your car running newer, longer. 3 shops, 1 stop, maintenance, repairs, and tires. AccuConference, providing conference calling for the Lone Star Conference. Shutt Sports, official softball helmet of the Lone Star Conference. Alpha Graphics, providing printing solutions for the Lone Star Conference. My Sports Streams, providing fundraising solutions for Lone Star Conference member institutions. Bravo Health, community engagement partner of the Lone Star Conference. Adidas, official supplier of the Lone Star Conference. Jostens, official ring provider of the Lone Star Conference. Wilson, the official basketball of the LSC. In the Lone Star Conference, we're committed to respect, integrity, tradition, community, and academic excellence. Lone Star Conference, we're the one. Fans, don't forget to like the Lone Star Conference on Facebook. It's the best way to stay connected to all the latest information from around the league and join the conversation with other LSC fans. For an easy way to follow the latest happenings in the Lone Star Conference, be sure to follow the LSC on Twitter. Get scoring updates, event reminders, and breaking news when you follow the Lone Star Conference on Twitter.
Two to nothing. Cardinals leading the Texans. Mark Gomez, who's on fire, facing Jonathan Schmitz, the catcher. In the dirt, ball 1. On the way, bounce to third, pass a diving Flores, it's fair. Schmitz rounds first, dashes to second, and he slides in safely with a leadoff double. Double number 6 this year for Schmitz. That's the first extra base hit tonight for the Texans. And that snaps 4 strikeouts in a row for Mark Gomez. Tying run at the plate, and Landon Thompson 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts to third. First pitch, checks his swing. He went around.
Now for Incarnate Word, Jason Stone moves to left field from center field, and now in center field is 34 Thomas Wynn.
Oh, 1 from Gomez. Slow roller, third base side. A sliding attempt by Gomez, and he bobbles it. Everybody is safe. Thompson now on first. Schmidt stays at second. Didn't move on that play. Chris Patton at the plate here, the left fielder. A couple of defensive alignments. Jason Stone moves from center field to left field, and Thomas Wren now on center field for the Cardinals. That is an infield single for Thompson, so back-to-back base knocks here for the Texans. Now the go-ahead run at the plate, and Patton, who's showing bunt here, tips one foul for strike 1. Patton 0 for 2, 2 ground outs to second. Missed all of last year. Shows bunt again. That one high and away. The count is even 1-1. Nobody out. Texans really with their best opportunity of the night right here. Schmitz on at second, Thompson on at first. Patton squares around a bunt again. Just misses outside, 2-1. Mark Gomez struck out 4 in a row heading into this inning. Here's the 2-1. Patton drops a bunt. This is a good one. The catcher, Barbaro, throws it over to first. 1 down. But Patton does his job, advances both runners into scoring position. Schmitz to third, Thompson to second. Brings up Andrew Wolf. Texans tonight 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. They have a chance to tie this thing or possibly take the lead. First pitch to Wolf, low and in the dirt, ball 1. 0 for 1 tonight for Wolf. Flew out to center field, hit by a pitch. Here's the 1-0. Curveball that floats a little inside, 2-0. Wolf this year, 326 with 33 RBIs, which is third most on the team. Infield, outfield, playing straight away. 2-0. Tad bit low, 3-0. Gomez doesn't want to walk the bases loaded. Evan Robinson awaits on deck. He is yet to officially record an at-bat. Robinson has a walk and a bunt. There's a 4-pitch walk. Now the bases are loaded for Evan Robinson.
Shortstop, Evan Robinson.
Third walk tonight for Mark Gomez. Schmitz on third. Thompson aboard on second. Wolf now on first. Here's a meeting on the mound here as Danny Heap will join the entire infield for the Cardinals. And the best opportunity in this game so far for the Texans. Now by 2 runs. 0 for 3 tonight with runners in scoring position. And they play one of my favorite scenes from the movie Bull Durham. When they go on the mound, talk about everything but baseball. What makes a good wedding gift? Kevin Costner says candlesticks. Gotta go with what Kevin Costner says. Meeting on the mound is over. Bases are juiced. 1 out. Top of the 7th, or the bottom of the 7th. First pitch to Robinson. Ball 1. That's now 5 balls in a row for Mark Gomez. Corner infielders are in. Middle infield trying to turn 2. There's a strike. 1-1. Robinson has 11 sack bunts. He's very good at it. Let's see if the Texans want a suicide squeeze here. Jams him, fouls it off. It's 1-2. Robinson this year, 283 with 21 RBIs. 2 double plays turned tonight for the Cardinals. 1 in the first, 1 in the 4th. Here's the 1-2, just a little bit outside. 2-2 the count. Great eye by Evan Robinson. Gomez pitching from the stretch here with the bases loaded. In the dirt, nice job by Bavera keeping that in front. The count is full. Third full count tonight, none bigger than this. Bases loaded, 1 out, payoff pitch. Strike 3 called. Strikeout number 6 is huge for Mark Gomez. 2 away.
Second baseman, Ryan Small.
Top of the order, Ryan Small, 0 for 3. 2 ground outs and a strikeout. Gomez fires a breaking ball, runs inside for ball 1. Texans 0 for 4 now with runners in scoring position. A base hit here, this thing will be tied. There's strike 1 to Small. The count is level. Small batting .322 9 home runs, second on the team, 42 RBIs. Gomez, the 1-1. That ball is ripped towards left field. Can't get it. The left fielder Flowers. 1 run scores, 2 runs score. We're tied. Rounding third. Coming home to score. A bases clearing double off the bat of Ryan Small. It's 3-2. Texans with their first lead tonight. Wow. Ryan Small, double number 18. His 43rd, 44th, and 45th RBIs. Noah Ringenberger, the batter, swings and misses. Strike 1. Ringenberger 0 for 2. Strikeout, ground out, walk. Oh, 1 pitch, pops the mitt, strike 2. Prior to that bases clearing double from Small, Texans were 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position. 6 hits, 4 of those singles, 2 doubles. Deep breath taken by Ringenberger. Oh-2 from Gomez. Off the plate, hit a spot, but it wasn't in the strike zone. Ringenberger calls time. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ryan Small aboard on second after that bases clearing double moments ago. The 1-2 curveball right back to Gomez on the mound. Spins to first and the inning is over, but the damage is done. Tarleton State with the first lead tonight. 3 runs on 3 hits and a runner left on second. 3-2 we go, heading into the top of the 8th. You're watching the Lone Star Conference Baseball Tournament.
I chose Division II because athletes graduate at a higher rate.
I can stay closer to home and be an important part of the community. I chose Division II because I can double major
and take part in campus activities.
I chose Division II because classrooms are smaller.
Students have more time with their instructors.
And I can compete for a national championship.
I chose Division II for all these reasons and more.
I chose
Division II.
What is Javelina Pride? It's learning by doing research. It's tailgating before the big game. It's being part of a world-respected engineering program. Texas A&M University Kingsville, the home of Javelina Pride. Find out more at tamuk.edu.
After visiting Incarnate Word, I decided that the coaching staff, the professors, and the atmosphere were all a great fit for me.
It's not often you get the opportunity to go over and play soccer in a different country, especially the United States.
I transferred to UIW after my first year because I felt like UIW gave me a better opportunity after I graduated college.
I hope to see you at the games this year. Go Cardinals.
There you see the closer for the Texans, Britt Robertshaw, the junior from Cedar Park, Texas. Coming in, trying for a 2-out save here as Austin Coble only throws 1 inning, faced 3 batters, and retired everybody that he faced. Robertshaw this year is facing the top of the order here, Derek Walls. First time tonight the Cardinals are behind. But Robertshaw has been dirty. 2 wins, 2 losses, 19 appearances, a 2.64 ERA. First pitch inside, ball 1 to Walls. But Robertshaw, 30 2/3 innings, 32 hits, only 13 runs this year, 9 are earned, 35 strikeouts and 12 walks. A 1-0 pitch from Robertshaw evens things at a ball and a strike. This is what Brian Conger wanted, his starter to go 7 or 8 and then bring in Robertshaw to shut the door. The 1-1 downstairs, 2-1. Robertshaw was slated to be the number 2 starter this year, but he had to move to the bullpen. Fastball slider guy, 91 to 94. 2-2 the count now to Derek Walls. Robertshaw, he will throw a changeup. That's when he's in his starting role, not in his closing games. Full count. Robertshaw does have 6 saves this year. His payoff pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Robertshaw strikes out Derek Walls, 1 down. Both pitchers have been just nasty tonight. It's now 9 strikeouts for the Texans tonight. That ball's bounced to Robinson, a big hop, a throw over, and Flores is retired, 6-3. Brings up John Zool. 2 outs, base is empty. Now the Cardinals are starting to run out of outs here. 4 outs remain. Cardinals 1 run in the first, 1 in the third. First pitch from Robertshaw. Ops the mitt, all strike 1. It's been a while since the Cardinals got a hit. Zool led the 6 off with a single. Everybody else has been put down since that moment. 8 in a row retired since Zool singled back in the 6th. No balls, 2 strikes. A 1-run Tarleton State lead. Chopped foul, stays 0-2. Tarleton State, they've been to the final championship game 4 times. They have won it twice. They're trying to get back there. The Cardinals, the newest member in the Lone Star Conference, they have never been to the title game. There's another strikeout from Britt Robertshaw, and the Cardinals go 1-2-3. That's now 9 in a row retired by the pitching staff for the Texans. Tarleton State 3, Incarnate Word 2, as we head to the bottom of the 8th. This is the Lone Star Conference. Welcome back. Graham Doty here at Foster Field. 3, 4, 5 batters for Tarleton State. First pitch swinging from Salguero to deep center field. Wren makes the catch. 1 down.
First baseman Garrett Hardy.
Brings up Garrett Hardy. 1 for 3, a single, and 2 strikeouts. The momentum in this game, you can just feel it. Certainly changed in the bottom of the 7th on that bases clearing double by Ryan Small. Big swing and a miss there by Hardy. One pitch. Gomez can't find the strike zone. 1-1. What a great game this has been, especially since we got the late start. There's strike 2. This game was scheduled for 7 o'clock. We started around 10:30 because of the 2-hour rain delay and the game between Angelo State and West Texas A&M. There's a line drive base hit in right field. A 1-out single from Hardy. His second single tonight. Brings up Jonathan Schmitz. 1 out, 1 on here in the bottom of the 8th. Tarleton State looking for some insurance. First pitch to Schmitz. In there for strike 1. He's been aboard all 3 times. 2 singles, a double, and a run scored. Throw over to first. Hardy gets back safely. $18 stolen bases this year for Hardy. There you see him, not too big of a lead at first. Being held on by Brown. Time is called. 3-2 Tarleton State. As we approach the 12:45 mark here in San Angelo. In the dirt, 1-1. Winner of this game has to play early tomorrow at noon. First pitch against the #1 seed, Angelo State. The loser plays at 3:30 against Abilene Christian. One ball, 2 strikes to Jonathan Schmitz. A freshman from College Station, Texas. One-two from Gomez. A slow roller fouled off the foot of Schmitz. We will do it again.
Stay alive, stay alive, let's go. One mark. Go back, go out from right here, roll it up.
Most of the field here at Foster Field dried up. Still some wet spots on top of each dugout. Some big puddles. It poured for about 30 minutes. Around 7 o'clock. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed. Strikeout for the second out here in the bottom of the 8th.
Third baseman Landon Thompson.
7 strikeouts for Mark Gomez tonight. 2 outs, 1 on for Landon Thompson, who's 1 for 3. The throw over, almost got away from Brown. Able to stay with it. Runner goes, pitches a strike, throw down a second, and Hardy swipes his 19th stolen base this year. Hardy now in scoring position. 0-1 pitch to Thompson. A healthy swing, but he's down in the count, 0-2. Gomez desperately needs to put a 0 on the board here in the bottom of the 8th. His team down by a run. Here's his 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. Stays 0-2. Thompson this year, 17 RBIs. Number 18 with great speed is standing on second base. Two pitch, hit high in the air, pretty deep towards center field. Ran plenty of time, makes the catch for the 3rd and final out. 1 hit for the Texans in the bottom of the 8th. Hardy is left stranded on second, and the Texans will attempt to hold on to their 1-run lead as we head to the top of the 9th. This is the Lone Star Conference. Cardinals down to their final 3 outs, down by a run. They're in the top of the 9th, and Britt Robertshaw aiming for a 2-inning save here, trying to pick up his 7th save this season. If he does it, Matt Buckmaster is in line for his 7th win this season. And Austin Coble will pick up the hold. Strike 1 to the cleanup batter, Slade Brown, who is 1 for 3, an RBI single in the 1st, a fly out, and a strikeout. Hops the mitt, strike 2. Oh-2 from Robertshaw, just misses off the plate, ball 1. Robertshaw had a 1-2-3 8th, striking out 2 of the 3 batters he faced. Here's his 1-2 pitch, low and in the dirt. 2-2. 1 run in the first for the Cardinals, 1 in the third. Everything going their way until that bases clearing double in the 7th. Fouled off by Brown. Stays 2-2. Two-two pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. That's back-to-back strikeouts for Robert Shaw and his 3rd tonight.
The DH, Jordan Littlefield.
That's now 10 in a row retired by this Texans pitching staff. And my scorecard looks like a rainbow with all these strikeouts and all these colors and markers. First pitch strike to Jordan Littlefield. 11 strikeouts total for the Texans pitching staff tonight. 0-1 pitch to Littlefield, shoots it foul down the right field side, and then the blink of an eye, he's down in the count 0-2. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Fly out, pop out on the infield, and a strikeout. Here's Robert Shaw's 0-2, off speed, high and away. That's that slider. Swept a little bit too far off the plate. Robert Shaw himself has retired 4 in a row, striking out 3 of the 4 batters he's faced. That one in the dirt, 2-2. Two-two pitch. Slapped foul. Right field line. Littlefield hanging in there. 1 out. Base is empty. Cardinals down by a run. This one slapped on the ground is Small. Whips it over, 2 away.
Left fielder Jason Stone.
Incarnate Word down to their final out. Down by a run brings up Jason Stone. He's 0 for 3. "11 in a row retired by the Texans pitching staff. The last hit, a single by John Zool in the 6th. That one upstairs, ball 1 to Stone. Stone batting .394, tops on the team. Doesn't have any home runs this year. Here's the 1-0. 2-0 to Stone. And once again, the matchup, the winner of this game plays Angelo State tomorrow at noon. The loser plays Abilene Christian at 3:30. Each of these teams won yesterday. 2-0 pitch, line drive, right back up the middle, a base hit. A 2-out single for Jason Stone. Keeps things alive here for the Cardinals.
The center fielder Thomas Wynn.
Brings up Thomas Wren, the center fielder. He came in defensively. His first plate appearance, though. First pitch, takes a strike on the outside corner. Wren this year has played in 20 games. He's batting .340 and 53 at bats. 1 home run and 6 RBIs. Robert Shaw, 0-1 pitch, a big swing and a miss. A fastball that was out of the zone and Wren down in the count. 0-2. That single by Stone, by the way, snapped the 11 in a row retired. 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. Tarleton State wins 3-2 over Incarnate Word, and Britt Robershaw earns his 7th save this season. And Matt Buckmaster wins his 7th game as well. What a game this was. A late start and almost 1 o'clock in the morning. Tarleton